Empty set in the nickel versus Williams. Williams runs a pile-on route. Griffin, he was a little slow reacting with his feet placement, but he took a decent trail technique to leave little to no room for the ball to be completed. Trey open, cover one robber. Griffin is in the boundary. He does a good job with his kick step jab technique that the Seahawks emphasize. And as you can see, he controls the route using little to no energy to win the matchup. Twins open. The Seahawks are in cover 3 on Griffin's side. He is the press man-to-man corner basically. Floyd runs a 9 route with the outside release, and Griffin just does a good job of squeezing Floyd to the sideline to leave no room for the completion. Trips open in the nickel matched up against Tyreek Hill, the speed demon. Hill just runs an outside release 9 route. Griffin initially gets beat because he lunges, but this is just a good job by him not quitting and finishing to the whistle. 11 personnel, the Seahawks are in the combo coverage. Griffin is the inside leverage man-to-man. Jordy Nelson runs a 9 route. Griffin is not worried about him running past him. He's worried about the back shoulder throw, and he did a good job covering that. On the back view, you can see that Griffin is just smothering him like some pork chops. Stagger Trey open matched up against Aiken. Aiken runs a back shoulder stop route. Griffin does a good job of getting his hands on him. Now he's just looking at the hips, sinking when he's sinking, and getting his head around for the PBU. 11 tight twins open. The Hawks are playing cover 3. Woods initially threatens Griffin's zone as he's going to do a skinny post or a 9. But once he sees Griffin hips open, he comes down for the out route. But Griffin does a good job of making up with the baseball turn for the PBU. Trey open is 3rd and 11. Griffin is in the off mirror man technique. No need to be in front of the wide receiver's face. The wide receiver runs a slant. He know that he got to get a first down. It was just a good job of attacking him when he were trying to bring the ball in for the reception. Trips open. Griffin's in man-to-man versus Lewis. He's in an off shuffle technique because he didn't want to get naturally picked by the slant route. He was a little slow getting to it, but great job of finishing and making a play on the ball. Empty, man-to-man versus D-Hop, right in his grill. D-Hop runs a 9 route, does an outside release. Griffin does a good job of shooting his hands. Now he's in that trail position, in that hip, to get the PBU. The back view, you can see that he fought through the ball. This is what you love to see from a rookie. Matched up against a wide receiver that has the strongest hands in the NFL. Bunch closed. The Seahawks are playing a banjo combo man-to-man coverage. Griffin is in at the strong safety. His job is to cover the first guy that crosses his face, which happens to be Ellington, and Griffin is on top of that like that toupee on top of Donald Trump's head. Don't get sensitive now, y'all. It's only a joke. Empty set versus Brown. He does a good job of denying the inside release for the slant and the incompletion. Trey open. The Hawks are in cover 3. Griffin does a good job of opening his hips where he can make this play from the outside in. All zones turn into man at some point, and Griffin does a good job of just closing the space and coming in at the last second. Empty set man-to-man versus Jeffries. Jeffries runs an out route. Griffin knew that this route was coming, so he shifted his feet movement to cut him off. Now he does a good job by not drawing a PI, by doing just enough to get the PBU. Trey stagger open man-to-man versus D.D. Westbrook. Westbrook runs a 9 route, takes an outside release. Griffin does a good job with his kick step cut off. Now he's just playing the back shoulder throw, and Griffin gets his left hand in there at the perfect time. And I know I always say perfect, but look at this. That's perfect right there. 10 personnel. Griffin is doing a delayed B-gap blitz because Bennett is doing a opposite A-gap stunt, which leaves the B-gap wide open, and nobody touches him because they didn't even see him coming for the sack. Trey open. The Cardinals send Brown in motion to see if the Hawks are in man-to-man. They are not. They are in cover 3, and also so he can get a free release. Griffin does a good job of just staying on his divider and coming in and taking the pick from Earl. I know Earl was mad, but hey, at times you got to celebrate your teammate's success just as much as you do yours. Correction, the Cardinals sent Nelson in motion, not Brown. Tight Trey tight, if that makes sense. Cover 0, man-to-man versus Fitz. Fitz comes in at him at an angle and stutters and bends it back in. But Griffin wasn't having it, and he wasn't falling for the double move, and he's just sitting on top of that route for the PBU. And there you guys have it, Shaquill Griffin. They threw him right in the fire week 1, and I believe he answered the bell. He's super smart for a football player. I'm not even going to say a rookie, period. He's super smart for a football player. Follow me on all of my social media platforms, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. If you need work done, get at me at ttgproductions@yahoo.com. And if you want to know more about what I think, go to www.fieldgoals.com. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that push notification button. Peace.